Hey, GMTV audience, how you doing? It's show number, I thought it was 60, 59. I swear I thought it was show 50, 60, but it's show 59. How y'all doing? GMTV Thursday night. Good to see you. I'm like psychedelic camouflage and psychedelic camouflage shirt, you know. And here's Bill Owen.
You know, it really is like, even though the patterns aren't the same, it really, it is really blending, kind of.
Right, like I vanish.
The shirt's the green screen. The back is real. Like, so how's the kitty? Is Kitty make an appearance?
Kitty's gonna make an appearance. Yeah, he's definitely coming out. Where is he? No, he's like running around right now. Yeah, the new kitten is around and has had his training for GMTV, but I'll bring him out a little bit later.
He looks like he's getting along with the incumbent, right?
Yeah, he's okay. I think, what's interesting is when you get a new kitten, you never know, because they come out with their own unique personality, and you think you can make them what you want, but you can't. And this guy is very independent. You pick him up and he's like, I don't want to sit with you. I don't want to, whatever. And then you put him down and he comes over and he sits with you. Like, he's very like, my terms, everything my term. He does the same thing to Picky, and Picky's like, what? You don't want to play? And then he comes back. What? You don't want to play? He's like a character.
Yeah. Well, that's good.
So you'll all meet him during the show. It'll definitely happen. So
you know what I wanted fighting like cats and cats.
Exactly. You know what I wanted to talk about a little bit was COVID mental health. Like, how do you feel? Like, I feel out of sorts, especially now that we're expected to like come back somehow and make life happen again. I feel a little like anxious about how the future is going to develop, and I find it's messing up my sleep and it's messing up my everything. I'm like not the same person I was before the pandemic, and I'm beginning to feel like, am I okay? Like, am I ready to get out of the house and go do things? Well, how do you feel about it?
I mean, I think that there are aspects of the am I repeating or something? Am I echoing? I'm hearing an echo.
No.
Okay. Turn your radio down, Bill. Turn your radio. But anyway, there are aspects of COVID that I feel like I sort of would like to hang on to, and already, it's like getting back to normal for me. It's like watching golf on TV, and when they were playing, when there was no crowd, that was like interesting. And now that the people are coming, like, you demand, Baba Booey, it's like all this crap. Like, people are starting to, like the crowd. Like, I was kind of digging the, not the isolation of it, but just sort of I loved like the early days of COVID, the traffic on 95.
There he is, by the way.
Very vocal.
You see, now he's like, I'm holding him. So he's like, I don't want to be held. I want to do it on my terms,
Oh, he'll learn.
But so you're absolutely right. The idea that there were things that were out of our control when you're out in public, when you're out with real human beings, that out of control things, you manage that every day. I don't know how to manage that.
Yeah. And it was, there was an acceptance of kind of just the crowdedness of life. Like, there's an acceptance of just walking and there's people everywhere and you're doing, and I found like parts of that, and does this mean I'm prime example to go off the grid or live in Montana or I don't know what, but it's like, I just find like there were parts of that I didn't mind, I don't mind. And now that they're coming back, now that the traffic sucks again on 95, and, I was in New York last week, and, it was interesting. There were a lot of people there, and oddly, in New York, they very much self-policed in terms of wearing a mask on the street, which has never really been my priority. Like, I always feel like when I'm outside, I never felt overly obliged to wear the mask outdoors unless I was
But
going to be close to
a
people.
lot of people around in New York, so they all feel like, oh, you got to wear it.
Yep. And I mean, and the restaurant thing was vibrant, you know, like it was really, there was a lot of stuff going on. It was down in the village kind of. It was, my daughter lives like on 14th and 9th, so it was sort of down in that area. And, you know, on one hand, awesome, you know, people are back, awesome, you know, that great for the restaurateurs and, you know, all that stuff, you know. On the other hand,
But I feel like my skin is not thick enough for the real world, because I was out yesterday. I was riding my motorcycle, and I was in a town that was like being in Weston. I mean, it was a little tiny town, right? And there was a school, and there was a school zone, and the school zone. Oh, where'd you go? Oh, there you are. And the school zone had a sign, flashing sign that said, not just a light, but the whole sign was flashing, and it said 15-mile-an-hour school zone when flashing, and it's flashing. So I slow down to 15, which on a motorcycle feels like you're walking, like you're crawling, right? And I slow down, and right away, a guy behind me in a big truck starts honking at me like I'm an idiot for going slow. And I'm like, I don't know what to do. So I pull over to let him go by, and he sort of stays behind me. He won't. And I'm like, am my butt hanging out? Like, what's he honking at? Right. And then
coming out of the crack of your hand.
Exactly. And then I was like, for the next 10 minutes, I was like, oh, that mean man was mean to me, you know, and I feel like I'm not ready for what we used to deal with every day, going out in public, being like, you know, well,
you were infringing on his rights to speed in a school zone.
There it is. Right.
You know, and I mean, you know, Europe way better than I do, but the last time I was there, I was driving from Prague down to Austria.
Right.
And I love to drive, and, you know, I'm driving, and it just blew my mind, the civility of people adhering to the speed limits. You know, if it said 65 kilometers an hour, everybody's going 65. When it said go to 55, they went to 55. When it said something else, and if there was like a construction thing, people would put on their emergency blinkers, which, you know, just as a clue to everyone out there, an emergency is not you're double parked because you're kissing someone goodnight in front of their apartment. Like, emergency, you know, they do that, which alerts you to, like, there's an emergency of some sort. And then they did this very nice alternate thing. And gee, where did the traffic jam go?
Well, no, let me tell you, there's a good explanation for that, okay? In America, we have a really big country, and if you want to be employed, you have to have a car. In Europe, it's very small, and you can live a perfectly nice life without a car. And so a car truly is a privilege to have a car. And so the driving test is, the road test is an hour and a half long. The written test is like getting a pilot's license. And so they take learning to drive much more seriously than we do here. Here it's like, all right, parallel park, go right now. You put your seatbelt on. All right, you're fine, right?
But think of what you just said. A car-centric society takes less time and care into giving their licenses out.
Because you have to give every jerk a license so that they can go out and drive around and get to their work. You know, that's what America's all about.
You know. Hey, but we love America, so there you go.
I actually do, so there you go. Play some patriotic music. How about that? Are we allowed to do that?
Es ist los auch Deutschland über alles. I don't remember where we wild and young. All that's faded into memory. I feel like somebody I don't know. Are we really who we used to be? Am I really who I was? The lights will draw you in, and the dark will bring you down. The night will break your heart, only if you're lucky now. Waiting outside while you find your keys, like bags of trash in the blackening snow. City of neon and toes freeze. We got nothing and nowhere to go. We got nothing and nowhere. The lights will draw you in, and the dark will bring you down. The night will break your heart, only if you're lucky now. Oh, 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 oh. I don't remember when we were wild and young. All that's faded into memory. Being somebody I don't know. Are we really who we used to be? Am I really who I was? The lights will draw you in, and the dark will bring you down. The night will break your heart, but only if you're lucky now. Oddly, a song that was sort of what we were talking about in a way.
Yes, it was.
Am I still who I used to be? You know,
It's true. I don't know. I don't know if I am. I don't know if I have the nerve to go back into the world and get out there and get the, do what you have to do to get through life. I kind of am nice and relaxed out here in the woods. And obviously I know we got to all come back now.
well, as as from the beginning in isolation, self-isolation, what all this, it was so close to certain elements of the way I sort of conducted myself anyway. It's
Right.
not I'm antisocial, I'm not, but I spend a lot of time in this actual room that I'm in right now on the computer. There's a little guitar here that I play all the time, and when you say, you have to say here and do that, I'm like, okay. And where's the weird part? The weird part, it turns out, is going to Stop and Shop. That's the weird part.
Yeah. Well, we're going to make it happen. I mean, I feel it. I really feel it, because my life went from every day of the week doing a jam or a gig or something, being around a lot of people all the time, to doing Jam TV. And that was my connection with people. So I'm going to have to get used to dealing with all y'all out there again.
Well, we're many of us are much nicer virtually. Many of us. But
Yes, and there's a turn-off button. I was talking to Beto at Dave Rau's Saturday Corner thing, and Beto was there, and I said, "You know what's weird? I now have to say, I'll see you later, and walk away. I can't just be like, all right, see you later, Bill Melvin, goodbye."
Yeah.
You can't just turn somebody off.
Yeah, true. And here's another this whole set is turning into some sort of segue. It's almost like it was planned or something. And as we all know, as you and I certainly know, this is not planned. But this is a Johnny Lang song. Someone standing in the welfare line, off the freeway with a hungry sign. Someone stressing about to lose their mind. I gotta be thankful. Someone just became a single mother. Someone just lost a sister or brother. It's so important that we love each other and be thankful, thankful. I gotta take the time to say we're gonna be thankful, thankful for every single breath I take. I'm gonna be thankful. Say, someone sitting in a prison cell, wasting away in their own personal hell. Everybody's got their story to tell. I gotta be thankful. Used to think I didn't have a lot. Now I realize just how much I've got. And every day I'm gonna take the time and stop to be thankful, thankful. I gotta take time to say I'm gonna be thankful, thankful. With every little breath I take, I gotta be thankful. Any one of these could easily have just been me. If not been for grace and mercy, who knows where I'd be. I've been riding on this roller coaster ride. Round and round I seen the up and the downside. I'm here to tell you the secret of life is being thankful, thankful. You gotta take the time to say, I wanna be thankful, thankful. For every single breath I take, I wanna be thankful, thankful. Yes, I'm thankful, thankful.
So what's your next song so that I can like adjust my comments?
No. It has to go organically. No, but that had like certain elements, didn't it? Like sort of,
Oh yeah, it did.
Sort of.
Yeah, I'm ready to come back. I haven't talked to Bobby at Bobby Q's. If you're watching, Bobby, I'm calling you at some point. But I feel like everybody's got to let this all soak in a little bit, and to try to figure out what's going on. And eventually, we're all coming back, right? We're all going to do it again live,
right? Aren't we?
We are, right?
Right? Aren't we?
I mean, I just took. I got a very nice message from Dave Rao that the girls, the group, the girls, and they're going to have me play keyboards with them more this summer, which is nice because technically I was like one of the founding members of that group. Like I always played with them when they did the thing at my place, but now they're picking up some gigs and some outdoor stuff, and so I'm going to be playing with them. So Dave actually wrote me and he said, "Oh, by the way, we've got to have a rehearsal." I was like, rehearsal? Like I've never heard of such a thing,
Right.
So it's all coming out
on Facebook. People talking about rehearsals, and just like rehearsals, because rehearsals mean a couple of things. One, you're getting together with people. Two, there's some reason why you're having a rehearsal.
Right.
And neither one of those things are typical of the last 14 months.
It's feeling real, and I got hired for my first gig by the Hot Rubber Monkey Band. Yeah. And they hired me to play 4th of July up in Vermont at Magic Mountain. So that's a real gig. That's awesome with fireworks and the whole thing. So I feel like it's starting again. So
I have a gig on Saturday night.
What are you doing?
Playing with Mike Mugridge and Jen Seam at the Black Rock Yacht Club, and I don't know whether that's a private thing or not a private thing, but believe me, I've played a lot of yacht clubs.
There are yacht clubs, and then there are yacht clubs. There are yacht clubs, and then there are yacht clubs. Exactly.
I've had some gigs at the Rye Yacht Club. That's a yacht club. That's like
Greenwich Yacht Club. Like, holy God! You walk in, you're like, what Park Avenue private club am I in here? But then you got the Norwalk Boat Club. It's like, yeah, baby, cheap drinks.
Yes, indeed.
It's true. Speaking of cheap drinks, Randy Stone.
I never come on during the Bill Nolan section.
Nice to see you. I know you never do.
I came on to
it's so low. It's so low. Whatever you're bringing,
Hold on.
I never come on during the Bill Nolan section.
Are you suggesting a Ranger trade? Turn your radio down. This is like
I did. I got it. No, but I never come on to officially kiss your butt because I do really like hearing all your stuff. And you're like that Nowhere Man that you did just like blew me away. That was like a goosebumps moment. That was really good. So
thank you.
But I also came on because you mentioned the girls, Ed. And yes, it's happening. And you may have to practice. You may have to come into Randy's basement and practice. God. We could do it outside or we could do it, but everyone in my house is vaxxed and out of their 2-week, waiting period.
Me too.
Yeah, and I told the band, I told everybody, and it's a big band. I mean, there's a lot of people in it. And so I'm thrilled that you might be able to come do it with us at the Fairfield Gazebo. So
is that the one, Fairfield Gazebo?
Yeah. It's ironically it's on a Thursday night, so maybe you could.
Yeah, no, we're gonna make it happen. We're gonna work it out with Bill Nolan.
Excellent, beautiful.
I have to tell you, I am actually out of town. Well, actually, I'm coming back into town.
What's this travel?
Thursday, the 13th, or whatever that is. So we could do something earlier than that.
Yeah, there you go. What I'll do is I'm going to live stream. I'm going to start Jam TV somewhere in the middle of our set at 7:30, and I'm going to live stream 30 minutes of the girls, right? Yeah. And then I'm going to I don't know how I'm going to do it, off my phone or something. I'll figure that out.
I'll tell you, this is to your point of, geez, I wonder how it's going to open up again. So I started saying yes to everything, right? If I got anything that even smelled like a gig, I'll do it.
Right.
I now have 13 gigs. I am so over my head. I'm like panic stricken. I'm learning a whole new genre. I'm playing, the cats I'm playing with, the reggae cats and kittens.
Right.
I'm like so out of my element. You want to step outside your comfort zone? Okay, MRFer, now you're outside your comfort zone. I'm like, but it feels good. Now the good news is they're all outdoors.
Right.
So they're, so there's it's hard to have a bad time with the girls. It's always fun.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it.
All right, so I'm gonna go. Oh,
the new mascot is here. He's still learning. Cool. He's still learning what he's got to do.
Everybody's got to learn their part.
You're still learning what he's gonna do.
Yeah, exactly.
So. Before I go, I'm going to duck out of this part because I never come in this part. But Bill, I really do enjoy your stuff a lot.
Oh, thank you very much, Randy. Thank you.
No, seriously, I have a weird song request for another week.
Sure.
You did Barrytown, which who does Barrytown? That was fucking excellent. I love it. Yeah. So the REM equivalent of making fun of a crappy town is "Don't Go Back to Rockville," and I'd love it if you could do "Don't Go Back to Rockville" some week.
I will absolutely.
If you could do Barrytown, you could definitely do "Don't Go Back to Rockville." All right.
So Randy, come back on the show later on. But I got one word for you. Ready? Bathe. Yeah. Bathe. That's all I'm saying.
Bathe.
Bathe. That's all I'm saying.
I smell.
I've already said too much. All right, go for it, Bill Dublin.
And this is a song by Warren Zevon. I can saw a woman in two, but you wouldn't want to look in the box when I'm through. I can make love disappear. For my next trick, I need a volunteer. I can pull a rabbit out of a hat. I can pull it out, but I can't put it back. I can make love disappear. For my next trick, I need a volunteer. Step right up. For my next trick, I need a volunteer. Well, it's lonely up here when the tricks have been played and the spotlight is faded and the plans that we made have fallen apart. Say it's lonely as hell. There's no magic spell for a broken heart. Put me in chains and I will escape, but you better not wait up, 'cause I might be late. I can make love disappear. For my next meal, I need a volunteer. For my next trick, I need a volunteer. Well, it's lonely up here when the tricks have been played and the spotlight is faded and the plans that we made have fallen apart. It's lonely as hell. There's no magic spell For a broken heart, I can saw a woman in two, but you wouldn't want to look in the box when I'm through. I can make love disappear. For my next trick, I need a volunteer. Step right up for my next trick. I need a volunteer. Oh, my next trick, I need a volunteer.
That's Warren Zevon, right?
Yeah, I was singing that kind of like Warren Zevon. I sounded like it was ragged enough to be very authentic, I thought, you know.
There you go. Yeah, that's a great. I haven't heard that song in forever.
Yeah, it's a great song. I was actually working on another song which I haven't put together. I almost had it like about a month and a half ago, and then I sort of put it by the wayside. And is it Warren Zevon? It might be John Hyatt. It might be a John Hyatt song, you know. You let his penis come between us, which I think is like a freaking great song.
I got to learn that.
Yeah, it's a good song.
That's a good one. So play one more, and I'm going to bring our good friend Ray Simonelli. Hey, Ray, is that?
Hey, how you doing, man?
Ooh, look at Ray upgrading his lighting on this show. Wow.
Really?
Yeah. I got a couple of colored lights. Figure, you know, maybe make it a little brighter.
Really good. Really
You know.
good.
It's all about the lighting.
There you go.
Very cool. All right, Bill Noman, do one more.
All right, this is, you know, this rounds up the conversation into like an apocalyptic thing, you know. I seen the lights go out on Broadway. I saw the Empire State laid low, and life went on beyond the Palisades. They all bought Cadillacs and left there long ago. They held a concert out in Brooklyn to watch the island bridges blow. They turned the power down and drove us underground, but we went right on with the show. Oh, 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 oh. I seen the lights go out on Broadway. I saw the rooms at my feet. You know, we almost didn't notice it. We see it all the time on 42nd Street. They burn the churches up in Harlem, like in that Spanish Civil War. The flames were everywhere, but no one really cared. They always burned it there before. Oh, 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 oh. I seen those lights go out on Broadway. I watched the mighty skyline fall. The boats were waiting at the Battery. The Union went on strike. They never sailed at all. They sent a carrier out from Norfolk and picked the Yankees up for free. They said the Queens could stay. They blew the Bronx away and signed Manhattan out to sea. You know those lights were bright on Broadway, but that was many years ago. Before we all lived here in Florida, before the mafia took over Mexico. There are not many could remember. They say a handful still survive to tell the world about the way the lights went out and keep the memory alive.
Nice, Bill.
Very nice.
Thank you.
Very nice.
Sort of a long form thing, but
I like that walk down that you did to open it up and end it. That's really nice.
oh, thank you. It's
Yeah.
fun to do. It's fun to do piano songs on guitar.
Excellent. Sounded great. Yeah, Bill Noman, thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Fantastic. You gonna hang out or you take off?
I got my brother-in-law downstairs and some Chinese. So,
Ooh.
and I don't mean people.
People? See you later, Bill Noman.
See you later. Kill him, Ray. I'll look at it later on, man.
Have
Okay,
a good
thanks,
gig, by the
Bill.
way.
Thanks.
Hey, Ray.
Hey, are we the only two on?
We're the only two on right now. Yeah. Will Baird. No. He's in the studio.
Oh, okay.
No, we faked it. We did a taping for Will Baird, but how are you doing?
No, I'm doing okay. Yeah, not bad. Feeling all right. How about you?
Yeah, I'm feeling all right too. Yeah, it's all sort of starting. You know, I'm gonna do some gigs with you guys with the girls, I guess. And
I heard before I signed on. I heard you talking about it. So, well, I knew Dave was going to call you, and invite you, so that's good.
yeah,
you know?
that's nice, and we're gonna make that happen. And yeah, it's like summer's already starting to take off a little bit, and I guess I feel good about it. Is the bottom line?
Yeah. Well, that gig is actually, I guess, well, it's on, as you know, it's on a Thursday, the 27th of May, but it kicks off, I guess, Memorial Day weekend, and of course they'll have acts there throughout the summer as well, you know. So yeah, it's just the one straight set from 6:30 to 9. We're just gonna go in there and blow it out, man, you know. And I heard you're gonna do like the opening of GMTV, and you're gonna stream.
We'll do something like that. Yeah, we'll make that happen.
That would be awesome, man.
Yeah, that's what we'll do.
Of course,
I'll like start the show in the car or something. I got to figure out technology how we're going to do that, but it'll work.
I'm interested to see how you're going to do the changeover when you have to get off stage at 8 o'clock. Or
no, that's easy actually, because I'll just go. I'll be literally on the stage, and we'll have a little plan, and you guys will amble a minute. I'll go, hey, Bill Noman, and Bill Noman will come in and he'll do a set. And then it'll give me time to break down and everything.
Oh, okay. Yeah, if you could do that from the stage, that'll be cool.
Yeah, why not? Going to be interesting. So
to say the least, it usually is. Well, I like that little thing that you did at the boat club a couple of weeks ago. That live flavor. You know, even though it was just for part of the show, it really gave me a sense of this could really work well in you know, after all of this pandemic stuff is.
Well, when the pandemic's over and we're back doing regular jams and things go normal, we're going to keep Jam TV going. Why wouldn't we? And we're going to have to change how it works somewhat. You know, we're going to have to make it work. And I have some ideas about how to do that. We'll make it happen.
All right, cool.
So what do you got for us
I'm
tonight?
looking forward to all of it.
Me too. What have you got for us tonight?
I think I'm gonna start with a Bon Jovi song, if you don't mind.
Yeah, great.
It's for my friend Lena Kana, who loves Bon Jovi.
There it is.
All the same, only never change. Every day, it seems we're wasting away. Another place, where the places are so cold. Drive the whole night just to get back home. 'Cause I'm a cowboy on a steel horse I ride. I want it, dead or alive. I want it, dead or alive. Sometimes I sleep, sometimes it's not for days, and the people I meet seem to go their separate ways. Sometimes I judge a day by the bottle that you drink. When you're all alone, all you do is think. 'Cause I'm a cowboy on a steel horse I ride. I want it, dead or alive. I want it, dead or alive. And I ride. 'Cause I'm a cowboy on a steel horse I ride. I want it, dead or alive. I want it, dead or alive. I walk these streets, a loaded 6-string on my back. I play for keeps, 'cause I might not make it back. Yeah, yeah. And I'm still standing tall. I've seen a million places, and I rock them all. 'Cause I'm a cowboy on a steel horse I ride. I want it, dead or alive. I'm a cowboy, I got the night on my side. I want it, dead or alive. 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 Dead or alive.
Nice.
Did that come through okay? The balance?
Yeah, it sounded great. Really cool song too. You know, I like the way you do it.
It's actually a fun song to play, you know.
Yeah, a lot going on in that song. That riff is
Yeah, I was,
That's
I was showing
quite a handful.
I was showing that ref to two of my level 2 students last night.
How's
That's what
your
made me
teaching
think
going,
to
by
do
the
it
way?
today.
How's that going? Your teaching?
Oh, it's going great. Every Wednesday, 4 classes. The first 2 are kids, ages like 7 to 12, and then there's like a level 2 teenager class. Got a couple of those in there, and then the last class is all adults, 6 adults. So it's a beginner. It's really good. Well, actually, they messed up. It's a beginner with 3 people and 2 level 2 adults, which, when you think about it, doesn't mix. At the beginning, me and Shane we double teamed them. But now what I'm doing is I'm finding a way to, because he can't always make it, to find a way to give the more complicated parts to the level 2 to learn, and then the basic chord changes to the people that are just learning the chord. So
Right.
we'll see what happens.
Yeah, that's very cool.
Yeah, you have to be creative with level 2, because what I would hope it would be for me for it to be easier. You have a beginner class, let's say 5 students, and then they all come back, those same 5 for level 2. Perfect. They're all on a level playing field. I know where I left off. Keep going, and I'll teach them more. But
Right.
what happens is level 2 is more like anybody that has any level of experience. So, what you get is you get a few people in a room. They're not exactly on the same level. So you have to be creative and find ways to advance them all based on their individual skills. So it's
Right.
challenging, but it's still fun.
That's great. I'm glad you're doing that. And anybody interested in
I
guitar
am too.
lessons, look up Ray Simonelli.
Yeah, and I've got Stanford Public Schools, my Tuesday night classes in the fall. They're going back to in-person learning at Rippewam School. So I should finally be able to get some signups for that. Because virtual, nobody wants to learn beginner guitar virtual.
Right.
If you've been teaching them for a while and you have to go to that, okay, they'll probably stay with you. But brand new, and I find it doesn't work.
Yeah, I hear you. So what else do you have for us?
A little Rolling Stones.
All right.
It's only a song I did once before, but let's give it a try. Childhood living, that's so easy to do. The things you wanted, I bought them for you. Breathless lady, you know who I am. You know I can't let you slide through my hand. Wild horses couldn't drag me away. Wild horses couldn't drag me away. I watch you suffer a double pain, and now you decided to show me the same. No sweeping exits, off the state line, make me feel better. I'll treat you unkind. wild horses couldn't drag me away. Wild, wild horses couldn't drag me away. I know I dream you a sinning lie. I had my freedom, but I don't have much time. Fate has been broken. Tears must be cried. Last still some living, and after will die. Wild horses couldn't drag me away. Wild, wild horses will ride them someday.
Nice.
Yeah, thanks, Ed. Thanks.
There's a song that I really enjoy playing live. I really like playing that song live. Like,
Oh, why?
I don't know. There's something about that song with a Hammond organ. It's kind of a nice warm feeling, and it's just one of my favorites to play live. I don't know why. Maybe I'm sure I played it with you before.
Yeah, I other than about a month ago or two on Jam TV, that was the first time I've sang it, but I've played it a bunch of times. Actually, Anthony Benny used to come to all of the jams, and he would always ask me to do it with him because he knew I knew the change, and he would sing. So yeah, over the years, I pretty much did it with him, and occasionally somebody else would ask to sing it, and I'm like, yeah, I could play it. I don't know. Did we get? Well, I'm sure if Anthony was involved, we probably played it at some point.
Oh yeah, no, I remember playing that with you in one setting or another.
Probably at Cobb's Mill. I'm guessing.
Yeah, that's about right.
So what's the plan? Give everybody a preview for the rest of the show. What do you got on tap? Tease it.
Well, I've got Will Baird. I've got a whole bunch of people that have said that they're coming on. I know that Nick Carter is coming, and I know that Charles is going to come on, and who knows who might show up. Robbie Dog said he would come on the show, but we'll see about that. And then we have a music video from Dennis Allred and his group of thieves, and so it's going to be a fun show.
All right, cool.
Good stuff.
Good.
Anything happening with the corner in Westport with Dave Rao, or has he got another one coming up?
Yes, he actually has two scheduled. One is on May 22nd, and I believe that is mostly booked up. He might have one slot left, but I don't think so. But it's going to start at 12:30, and then from 4:30 to 6, it's going to be open mic. So if we've got singer friends or players that also would like to play themselves, there's going to be like an hour and a half room for them. And then the other date is June. I think it's June 22nd.
That's great.
21st. It's like a month later. I don't know if he's even started actually planning. So yeah, anybody looking to play, contact Dave Rao. He's the man.
Stuff. All right, Ray. Great to see you. I'll see you very soon.
Yeah. Well, definitely in May for sure.
That's for
I'll
sure.
See you, Dad. Thanks.
All right. Take care. We'll be right back with Will Baird. And with no further ado, I'm going to bring on my friend Will Baird. Hey, Will Baird, how you doing?
Hey, I'm good. How are you doing, Ed?
I'm doing good. What's the latest?
Well, I learned when you volunteer in a hospital, don't get sick. Because then they won't they will not let you volunteer.
So wait, so who got sick? What's the story? What's the backstory here?
I got sick, but like the night before I was supposed to like do my volunteer gig to play for people, I got a sore throat. So, I told them that morning, like, I got a sore throat. Should I come in? And they were like, sirens went off and alarm bells. And it's like, no, don't come in. So I had to take a COVID test and get a physical exam. It was worse than like the application process. So now, finally, a week later, I'm going back in.
Good. I'm glad to hear that. And I'm a little optimistic. I've been sort of telling everybody, sort of like 3 weeks ago, my attitude about COVID was very like, be careful, it's not time, and don't whatever. And then, like, there's been this landslide of information that's like, maybe it's going to be okay.
Yeah.
So you're doing this in a hospital for elderly people, or how does this work?
Actually, they won't let most of the hospitals up here at least won't let anybody volunteer. I'm doing it in a vaccine clinic for 800 people a day. They're like blasting people through. It's at the old TripAdvisor headquarters, who of course have no employees and there's nothing there. So
right.
So the hospital like made a deal with them. So I'm playing for the people after they've been vaccinated, who are all pissed off because they have to wait 30 minutes instead of 15, which most of them didn't understand. So
you know what I was going to do? I swear to you, like when I got my first shot, the nurse said to me, so you're going to have to stay here for like 15, 20 minutes and we're going to check back with you. And so I thought about it. I was sitting there thinking about it. I'm like, I'm going to lie on the floor and drool so that when she comes back around. But then I thought, no, they'll come in with an ambulance and grab me and like take me away. So I was like, nah, maybe I don't have the nerve to pull that off.
The joke factor is low in emergency medicine, all medicine.
I'm like, I was joking. They're like, no, you're going to, 10 days of quarantine on an island.
Yeah, it's like never tell a cardiologist a joke. They will definitely take it seriously.
or a border official. My father had a friend this is a long time ago when France went socialist. And I'm not talking about like when they cut the aristocrats' heads off. I'm talking about like in the 80s, like in the early 80s.
Now I'm going to get the two mixed up. So, my history is so bad anyway. In the early 80s, the French went socialist, and they were like, all of the rich people, and they don't do it like Biden does it, where they're like, oh, we're going to raise the capital gains or whatever. Or like, we're going to raise the taxes by 2%. And everybody's like, 2%. Yeah. Oh my God. They were like, they were going to tax the holdings of the rich like 90%. Yeah.
Like their holdings. So all the rich literally fled France for neighboring countries, And so a friend of my father, an American who lived in eventually London, but he lived in Paris for many, many years, packed his Rolls Royce with all of his earthly possessions and headed for the hovercraft at Calais. And he gets to the French, border.
Yeah.
And they say, do you have anything to declare? I remember this guy. I can't remember his name, but I remember this guy. And he said, and he's in a Rolls Royce, a gold colored Rolls Royce. And he said, no, I have nothing to declare except for the pound of hashish in my glove compartment. And they dismantled his car.
They just like took the whole thing apart.
They took they detained him and they took the car apart and left him with like pieces of a car.
Yeah. Like a pile with an engine.
Do not make fun. Do not make fun when you get to the border.
Yeah.
When I was sailing, one more quick story and then we'll get to your song. When I was sailing my big boat up and down the East Coast, I had a crew member who was a real jokester, an old friend of mine, and he was on board. And I said, listen, we will be boarded by the U.S. Coast Guard. They will stop us because we're going on this big boat up the coast. They will board us and they will ask us questions. They'll show up with a small boat with a 50 caliber on the deck with a guy standing there and they'll all have sidearms, whatever. And there'll be a guy on the front deck with a shotgun. And because they're not looking for trouble, they're expecting trouble.
Yeah, exactly.
And these guys, and they will say,
they will say the following words. I like trained the crew to know that this is going to happen and not be like no wising off.
Yeah,
and what they say is, they say, "Are you the captain of the boat?" And I say, "Yes, I'm the captain." And they say, "Without reaching for any weapons, do you have any weapons aboard?" Because people apparently, they go, "Yeah, I got this one," blam, you know, and then they're in a firefight, right?
Yeah.
And so they say that. And my friend said, "I'm just going to say, yeah, what do you need? We got everything."
Oh my God.
I said, "No, you're not ever going
Everyone
to
hit
say
the
that."
deck. Yeah.
No,
oh my
you're
God.
never going to say that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So anyway, so what are you going to do for us today?
Well, I got something that's it's almost overdue. I'm going to do April Come She Will.
Wow.
It's still April technically. We got like a couple of days left, so I figured I could slip it in.
That sounds great. All right, so with no further ado, Will Baird. And we're back with Will Baird. That was fantastic.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. At least it wasn't too late.
Should we tell them we're faking? We're totally faking this because he's not going to be here for the show. So.
I didn't know it was fake. Wait a minute.
Yeah,
this is fake?
It's fake. It's like Memorex. This is Memorex, you know.
I'm just in black
with
space.
A fan blowing on me, you know.
Yeah.
So, but that was great. I'm sure it was. I haven't heard it yet, but it was great.
You'll love it. I mean, you loved it before, and you'll love it in the future too. You know, you love it in all time. You know.
Exactly. Yeah. So, how's your show going on Sunday nights? By the way,
it's going well. It's down to it was the Emmy night. I emailed like 12 friends and said, should I run this thing or not, or Oscar night or whatever it is. I don't pay attention to this stuff, and all 12 of them said, oh yeah, you got to run it. So I had 12 people show up.
That's okay. But
There's them.
There, so people can watch it after the fact. I mean, we probably get 3/4 of the people that watch GMTV or more watch it after the fact.
Yep, that's exactly true. And the reason is because it's great to listen to in the background. I mean, it's not just sit there, but you can do stuff around the house. You can iron. You can do laundry.
Well,
the joke
exactly.
we were talking about earlier.
Right. And I hate to say this. But I watch the whole show after it's done. Like that. Sometimes I'll watch it that night, or I'll watch it
till like 3 a.m.
But I skip through some stuff. Like I'm like, okay, I've seen the Last Minute Productions music video. I've seen it. I watched it 4 times. I was in it. I watched it. I don't need to watch it again. So I'll jump forward ahead. It's kind of nice to be able to do that, which you can't do during a 4-hour show.
That's right. Yeah, it's true. But it gets into this flow, this groove, the way I describe it to people on my show, because I like to tell them about it, because it's a cool show. It just gets into a groove and a vibe, and I love like kicking things around with Bill Noman, and then Ray comes on, and then Chris, and then
exactly. I never thought, this is our 59th show. I never would have, I used to say flippantly, like, we're going to go to 88 shows, and I have no doubt we're going to go to 88 shows. We're going to keep this going regardless. Now there's all this talk, maybe the jams are going to come back this summer. We don't know yet, but it's 59 shows is like 220 hours of video. I never imagined, and it feels good. This is the most normal thing I've done the whole pandemic. Believe it or not.
That's right. It makes me wonder, what have you been doing out in that cabin alone?
Exactly. Like literally, like I am the Unabomber out here. Like the stuff that goes through my head last winter. But hopefully, we'll be emerging now from all of this. And that was satire for the NSA and the FBI and Facebook listening in. That's right. Satire. Yes. I'm not actually the Unabomber.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, that's
they
right.
got that
guy. That's not the. Yeah, although the building that I lived in. I won't say the address, but it was. I found out that it was the building where the Tylenol poisoner was. The very first guy who put Tylenol, because that was back before there were actual seals on anything. You could just open anything up in the store and whatever. And the guy lived there. One day, the FBI gradually sort of kept coming back, and finally one day he went out with them. And
you lived there? Back. You lived in the apartment or no? Just the building?
I was in the building. Yeah.
Wow.
The whole building just had like a bad vibe about it. I
lived in I dated a woman who, when I was in college, who lived in the apartment where, complete brain fry right now. The horror writer. My God, who is that?
Stephen King?
Stephen King. Yeah. It was I was going to say it, and then it flew out of my brain. Stephen King's actual house in Boulder. And when he was like a struggling writer, and there were all kinds of like typewritten, I should have kept that stuff, like typewritten pages lying around of stuff from his books or whatever. We used to look at it, like some writer lived here. And he was already famous then, but, like, I should have kept all that stuff. Sell it on eBay,
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, Stephen King. Well, that's true. You can sell for $5. You can get 1 page of Stephen King's manuscript that makes no sense at all because it's out of context.
Exactly.
Well, I can't make sense out of that stuff anyway because I forget the characters. So I get deeper and deeper into the book, and then I start going, "Wait a minute, who is that?" And it's like it's not worth going back into the book to find them.
Right. That's the clown with the hatchet. That's who that is.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that one I remember. Yeah.
All right, so what else do you have for us today?
I got a video coming up called The Clown with the Hatchet. It's Because the Night, which is a Patti Smith tune. You guys have heard me do it before. I love this tune. It's unrecognizable compared to her original, which I always like to do. So this is Because and actually she wrote it with Bruce Springsteen, I should say, together.
Fantastic. All right, take it away. Good to see you, and I'll see you next week live on Jam TV.
Thanks, Ed.
Will Baird. Nice job. Nice job. Look who else we got.
Hey.
Hey, Nick Carter. How you doing?
Hi, Nick Train. How are you?
And I got Dave Rao as well. Hey,
Dave.
Dave.
Good to see you.
Will Baird. Nice job.
That was beautiful.
Somebody's got their radio turned down. Hey, Nick Carter. How you doing?
I'm fine.
All right, hold on. Somebody Dave Rao as well. Hey, Dave. I think Dave Rao has his radio turned up or something. I'm getting a tremendous echo on that end, so I'm going to mute you for a second. So what's going on, Nick Carter?
Oh, not too much. I've been working on a couple of new songs. They're not ready to pop out to debut on the Ed Train show yet, but they will be soon. They took. Meanwhile, I've got some covers here and been thinking about your Facebook announcement of that new kitty cat. How's that new kitty cat doing?
Where is he? Here he is.
There he is.
There he is.
Oh my God, he's adorable.
This is Blinker. There he is.
Blinker.
He was sleeping, so he's blinking already. That's Blinker.
So Blinker looks pretty stout for a kitten, though. He looks pretty big.
He's 10 weeks old. He's only 10 weeks, but he's like a serious cat. He's like jumping everywhere.
Adorable. He's adorable.
Yeah, he's a good one.
That's great.
He's got a lot of attitude too. He really does. Like right now, I just woke him up, so he's like, all right. But immediately he's like, no, I'm gonna go do what I want. Everything is on my terms. You know.
So you said 10 weeks old?
He's 10 weeks. Yeah, he's just 10 weeks.
Where did you get him? I mean,
what happened was, my beloved cat that everybody knew and loved on Jam TV, Munster, suddenly at 6 months old, just suddenly died. Like,
I'm sorry,
he just literally keeled over, and it was a rough time a couple months ago. And so there was this outpouring of support and love on Facebook for Munster, because everybody sort of gotten to know him from the show and from posting and all that. And a woman that I had been talking to about animal rescue, because I feed strays around my neighborhood.
That's nice.
I've got 9 strays. And the winter was hard here. Like, we had 3 feet of snow on the ground. So under my deck, I put food and you can put a box with a light bulb in it, so for warmth and whatever.
Nice,
but I've got 9 cats and a skunk and 2 opossums and 2 raccoons and a bird and a mouse and some other ones that I don't even remember. And so I was talking to this woman. What she does, she comes and catches them, and then they take them to the vet, and they get them shots, and they get them neutered, and then they bring them back. So they get to still live live a stray life, but healthy and neutered, so they're not pumping out kittens like crazy. Right. And I'd just been talking to her about that, and she said, "Look, I had a litter born the other day that's up for adoption like a few days ago, and the orange one is yours if you want him." And I just said, "That's great. Yes, that's perfect."
Nice.
It was a nice.
So here's to Blinker.
Blinker, yeah.
Blinker. Is it B-L-A-N or B-L-E-N?
No, Blinker, like blinking, because cats blink. When cats are happy, they blink at you. They go like this. And then I realized what is on every car that is orange, the blinker.
Indeed.
There it is.
Unbelievable. There you go.
But that was the original thought.
I'll have to send you a poem. There's a poem. I've been following this poet, or she was a poet laureate a number of years ago, but she's her name is Kate Ryan, and she has a poem. I tell you what, if I can find that damn book in a hurry, I'll read it to you. It's fascinating. It's about cats. And it's about how cats shut the awning behind their eyes.
Oh?
You know what I mean? It's like,
yeah.
So they look like they're looking at you, but they're in their own world.
Oh, yes, they are. They're in their own world. And this little kitten, I pick him up, and he goes, I want to get away. And I put him down, and then he comes over and sits on my lap. Like, he's like, on my terms. I don't want to do your human thing.
That's a cat.
I set the terms to the way we get together. Right.
That is the truth.
Quite something.
So the rulers.
Right. Hey, Dave, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. I'm fine. Thank you. Doing okay.
Very cool. So what do you got for us, Nick Carter?
Well, okay. So here's something. It's a cover. And I just think it's a very strange but very cool song. It's called Way I Am. Now, how's the sound? That okay? So he goes. other night I had the strangest dream about a man in a fishing hat selling magazines, and all the way from Kingston he'd worked his way down, and I bought him a drink on the night they kicked him out of town, and he said, you know I don't like the way I am. He said, no, I don't like the way I am. Hell no. I saw an old fisherman out swaying on the dock, swigging a judge or something, a string of fish that he caught. And his wife had left him just a week before. She packed up her bags and she walked on out the door, and she said, you know I don't like the way I am. You know I don't like the way I am. And then she cried out loud. She said, yeah, ooh, yeah, yeah, la ooh, yeah, la ooh, yeah, la ooh, you and me, we walk down the shores of our youth, chasing the sunrise and challenging the truth. It's all so distant, now I've seen too many lies, and turning my vision into troubling demise. It makes me want to say I don't like the way I am. No, I don't like the way I am. But you know I'm gonna change the way I am. And I'm gonna change the way I am. Right now, hear me crying out loud, yeah, la ooh, yeah, la ooh, yeah, la ooh, yeah, la ooh, the other night I had a crazy dream about a man in a fishing hat selling magazines. All the way from Kingston he'd worked his way down, and I bought him a drink the night they kicked him out of town. He said, you know what, I don't like the way I am. Growly voice, he said, you know I don't like the way I am. He said, but I so want to change the way I am. He said, I want to change the way I am. So he said, let la ooh, yeah, la ooh, yeah, la ooh, yeah, la ooh. Kind of wild.
No, I'm muted. I said that was really great, really super good.
That's it's Martin Sexton. I don't know what you might know about his music. He's been.
I don't know anything about his music. I know the name, but that's about it.
Hell of a voice. I mean, I can't tell you how long I've worked on that. That is what I just did is not a yodel. But if you go to this, thank you. If you go to, I've worked on it so that y'all might take it seriously, you know. I mean, right? I mean, to hear someone go, yeah,
that's yodeling, all right.
Yeah, but you ought to hear him do it, and it's keyed up. I mean, it's a wonderful song, and when I heard it, I said, I've got to learn to cover this thing, and I've got the cheat sheet here. I haven't mastered it yet, but I will. And this thing is, when you listen to him do it, it's an amazing thing about vocal exercise, for what it's worth.
It can be an art, that's for sure.
Yes, exactly, Dave. This thing, he really does yodel, and
I'm sure there's albums out there of guys that like have won competitions that you can believe that, what Stevie Wonder does with the harmonica, they do.
Yeah, no, yodeling is, of course, yodeling comes from where I'm from.
I was just going to bring that up, Ed.
Yeah, and so
you're from where it grew up.
My mother would yodel, and I would yodel as a kid, but I wasn't good at it. But there were people that were amazingly good, and they would go fast, right? They would yodel really fast, like it's a superhuman. And there's a guy, Hubert von Goisern. He's an Austrian guy with a complicated name, and he sounds like Peter Gabriel. Like, he's got like a cool rock sound, but he plays accordion and yodels, but it sounds like Peter Gabriel, like the So album. And I'll turn you on to that guy. I'll send you a link to that guy.
I love that. No, that's a really intense vocal skill.
Oh yeah, and he does it really well and plays accordion really well. And he plays all kinds of traditional Austrian instruments. Of course, he sings in German, but with a deep, deep accent that like they have very, very deep dialects that you can almost not understand. And
Do you speak German?
I speak German with a different dialect, so you have to really listen. Like it's almost like listening to Cockney English. Like it's you can't quite make out what they're saying, but it's the same language.
Sure.
And this guy does this, and he does stuff like during the show, there's an instrument that's played in Austria, which is cowbells, but they don't play it like more cowbell. They bring out a box. Somebody brings it out and holds it for him. It's a box full of little bells of different sizes, and they're all in tune. And he picks them up and rings them and plays melodies by picking them up and ringing them.
I've seen guys do that.
It's really, you see that?
That's pretty cool, actually.
It's really cool, and so he's combined this traditional music with like really cool rock and blues. So, it's very more accessible.
Yep.
Cool.
Yep. Very nice. Very nice.
The sort of ironic thing about yodeling is it's like a part of your voice that you probably have trouble controlling as it is.
Right.
And wouldn't use necessarily, or would probably stay away from.
That's right.
Right.
Well, because you're going from your chest voice or whatever you call it to your falsetto.
It's like your line, yeah.
But when you yodel, you cross the line over and over and over and over.
Exactly. It's the whole idea.
Speaking of voices, I mean, I don't know if you ever listen to. I'm a big fan of his, but voice expertise, someone who leverages their performance capability on voice alone. A lot of people do it. Opera people do it, and they're great at it. But Bobby McFerrin.
Oh yeah.
Holy cow. He does a song called, just for fun sometime, you ought to look it up, and you may know it already, both of you being great musicians and music lovers, but it's called Drive My Car.
Oh yeah.
Gonna drive my car, gonna try to get away. I mean,
I'm a big fan of his.
It's unbelievable.
I remember the first time I heard him, and I was probably in my early 20s, and it wasn't "Don't Worry, Be Happy." It was another song where he comes out and he's like banging on his chest while he's singing for percussion and whatever. And but I heard it on a recording, and somebody recommended it or loaned me a CD or however we did it back in those days. You have to have a piece of plastic to listen to music, and right? I mean, like now you just go, "Hey Siri, play me." Oh, she's doing it. All right. So and the song comes on, and I'm thinking, I don't like this guy at all. What a jerk! Because all he's doing, I was like, all he's doing is he's tricking stupid people into thinking he can do this. Like, he's obviously going into the studio. I swear to you, I thought he's going in the studio and he does the bass part first, and then he does the treble part, and then he does this and whatever. And there's no way that he could ever play that live. And at the end of the track, the audience claps, and I'm like, holy God, this guy's actually doing this live. So then I went to see him. Yeah, right. No, none of that. I went to see him at Carnegie Hall, and it was he might have had a deal with like Levi's or something, advertising, but it was him in a pair of Levi's, no shirt and no shoes, with a wireless mic, and he did Carnegie Hall for 2 hours, and we were all like with our mouths hanging open how amazing he was.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing when you think about that kind of what's the word? Purity or nakedness, right? He just kind of gets out there and does it. Yeah, he's
amazing.
There's many of them out there, but he's one. He's a great one.
He did a 4-minute version of The Wizard of Oz, including all the songs in 4 minutes. Like all the songs, and he's running around the stage.
Yeah, I believe it.
It's like the overture.
It was amazing.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, he's fabuloso. He's great.
So what else do you have for us?
Well, okay. So I've been fiddling around. So, there was an old song, and years ago, I'm the youngest of 3, and my older brother was I owe it to my older brother. He's about 9 years older than I am. I was born in 54. So about the time I'm waking up to the world, he's just old enough to go out and buy his own records. And of course, about this time, the Beatles are breaking, right? Anyway, he brought home from my sister, and I think this is off the Rubber Soul album, It's Only Love, right? And I remember it's the first, I'd heard of the Beatles and knew of them and saw her standing there, but he gave it to her at Christmas. He said, this is one of their breakthrough albums. This is well beyond She Loves You, right? And so, It's Only Love, right? So it goes. I get high when I see you go by. My oh my. When you sigh, my mind inside just flies. Butterflies, why am I so shy when I'm beside you? It's only love and that is all. Why should I feel the way I do? It's only love and that is all. But it's so hard loving you. Is it right that you and I should fight every night? Just the sight of you makes nighttime bright, very bright. Haven't I the right to make it up, girl? It's only love and that is all. Why should I feel the way I do? It's only love and that is all. But it's so hard loving you. Yes, it's so hard loving you, loving you. I think that's all that one had for us, but there it is. Thank you.
Great tune. What was that on Rubber Soul? Is that what you think?
I think it was on Rubber Soul. I think it's either that or Revolver, but it just felt good, or From Help or something. I'm not sure.
Yeah, that's really great. I loved the Beatles when I was younger. I mean, we didn't listen. I didn't listen. I'm 10 years younger than you, right? So I was born in '64. And the Beatles were just, when I started to listen to music a little when I was 6 or whatever, 5 or 6, and I had music in me. I knew I loved music from an early age. But I didn't play anything until I was 6, until I discovered music for real. But the Beatles was what I was listening to a little bit. Andy Williams, Christmas, special,
Sure.
like the Beatles, and that's all I had. So I have tremendous respect and love for the Beatles from those early days.
I'll keep this quick, but there's as you know, I used to teach music, and
Right.
and my kids. I have a very favorite story, and I'll keep it short. It was a long conversation, but it was fun. About 2009, I don't know. I was with my 4th or 5th, 6th graders. I forget who they. Actually, it was a bunch of them, but they were all together. I think it was my 4th graders. Anyway, they were raving about their favorite band, like the Backstreet Boys or something like that, or Smash Mouth or some damn thing. And they were really into it. And they said they're really famous. They're really famous. And I said, I've got 2 things to tell you about fame. I said, what's this? And it gets to the Beatles, but I began by going, da, 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 da. And they went, oh, that's Beethoven. And I said, that's right. And I said, he's been gone 250, I didn't say goddamn years, but he's been, and I said, and all it took was 4 different tones set in a rhythm that you will never forget. And they said, that's right. And I said, now let's go to your conversation about how impressed you are with the pop bands of the day. And I said, and they're good. But I said, how many of you have ever heard of the Beatles? And how many of you can name a couple songs by the Beatles? They all could, because their parents listened to it. And I said, well, now it's 2009.
Right.
And I said, and they've been gone since 1969, 1970.
That's like 200 years. That's amazing.
Exactly. And I said, and many of you, all of whom are under the age of 12 or 15, at least a few songs by these people known as the Beatles. And I said, now think about this. I said, it's been 40 years since they broke up, 39 years. And I said, if you really want to talk about something that sticks in the area of fame, I said, think about this. We knew them in America from 1964 to 1970, effectively. I said, now you and Dave, I know that you guys knew them before. I mean, you're musicians. You know that they were around a lot longer than that.
Right.
But I said, to America, they were there 6 years. So I said, so let's divide 39 times 6, divide 6 into 39. I said, that's 6+ times the number of years that they were together as a band, that their music has endured.
Right.
And Absolutely. They still endure. And I said, and you guys, bless your hearts. I said, you know of them. And you can name Let It Be or, whatever song that was that the kids remembered. It's pretty powerful. I mean, they came along at a time when everybody was ready for something like what they had.
That's right. That's right. They were sufficiently different from anything anybody'd seen before.
Huge, Ed. Huge.
I mean, their influence just continues. I mean, there's a band called Whitney. I don't know if you're familiar with any of their stuff.
No, but I'm going to write it down. Whitney.
There's one song that I keep hearing where it could be George Harrison playing the guitar solo. I mean,
really?
You'd be like, wait, is that George? I mean, it's amazing. But it just goes on and on. I mean, Through the Ages, Crowded House, and Jellyfish. I don't know if you're familiar with them.
No.
They were just like, they could be like Beatles too. They were so much like them and so good, but so short.
well, it's like if you go through the arc of history, right? Major leaders, political leaders, other leaders we'll never forget for various reasons, and certainly the ones we remember for very good reasons. We want to keep remembering those kind of people. But the Beatles are an example of those you remember for good reasons. I mean, it's extraordinary. Like, they came along at a time when, 1 billion or so people younger than the age of 35 were ready to spend a little bit of money. In the case of baby boomers, 20 years after World War II, had some, disposable income, and they were ready to buy these songs. And it's like something that amazing comes this way only once or twice in a millennium, I suppose.
That's right.
Anyway, this has been fun. I mean, so it's just the 3 of us here. Or probably not. You've got other folks, huh?
Oh, we got more coming on, Jeff. As a matter of fact, I've got a couple of songs I want to play by my friend Tony Bacchetta, who hasn't been on the show in a long time.
Good. All right.
And hang out. We'll talk after.
I'd love to hear it.
Watch this, Tony McKenna. I thought you'd like that.
Wow, what a pleasure.
Yeah, he's a great player. Yeah, really great player.
Tony McKenna, yeah?
But Bocchetta, B-O-C-C, Bocchetta.
Thank you, Bocchetta.
And yeah, really terrific. I played a band with him, his band. I play keyboards for him now and again. And he's just a tasty player. And,
gorgeous.
Plays a lot of blues rock kind of stuff as well that we used to do, but very technical with lots of stops and,
I was mesmerized. I thought, what a wonderful tone he has out of that guitar as well.
Absolutely. We hope to see him back at the jams. He hasn't been on Jam TV in a while. Some people, I was just thinking while he was playing, I was thinking that there were some people who came out for Jam TV early on. Like there were a bunch of people that were there a year and a few months ago.
Yeah.
And, or a year and a month ago. And then they sort of disappeared. They were like, oh, I can't do it anymore. I can't do the online thing. They didn't like it. They were like, I'll just stay home. I'll just, and I talk to them now and again, and they're like, yeah, I'm not, I'm not able to do it,
Yep.
And then there were others that are just thriving on it. You do great with, online and you play on how's that other, national open mic thing going that you played on?
Well, thanks for asking. I've done two, and I've been invited back. I will go back and do. There's one. They're rising in their popularity, I guess, because the next one I'm in on is in June.
That's great.
And I think it's every other Sunday. And as I said a while ago, it was just started by a guy named Dave Williams, like Capo Dave Williams. Anyway, he just thought during COVID that for folks who are good, but they aren't necessarily touring pro musicians, there should be more open mic opportunities for that kind of player.
Right.
And I aspire to be certainly among them, and maybe to grow beyond them over time. But the deal is that he feels that this open mic phenomenon, Open Mic America, a national open mic community with a national audience, has some potential to be a lasting thing even after COVID goes away. And I think what you're doing is, I look forward to it every Thursday. And my guess is that it should continue. I hope. I don't know how you feel about continuing it.
Yeah, we're going to.
I think it's great.
That's my plan. I'm going to combine it with live shows, and it's not clear to me yet how that's going to happen, because if you go to an open mic, if you come all the way from where you live and you take your Uber or you drive your car and you come to the open mic and you sit down, you don't want to play 2 songs. You want to play a little bit longer. You're only getting warmed up with 2 songs. And so, but on this kind of a format, television, everybody's got a low attention span, like play a couple things, do 15 minutes, get everybody in and all that. So what I'll probably do is I'll have a live component where somebody will play live and they'll do a couple songs, and then I'll play somebody from the internet will come in and play.
Sure.
And I'll have to set up a booth somewhere, like maybe in the back room, where I could disappear for a minute and host the show a little bit.
Yeah.
Or do offline recording a little bit more. Who knows? We'll figure out how to do it.
Well, it is interesting. While I miss Bobby Q's very much, and everything that we have done there, but there is a sense of community with this. One, that's important.
Yep.
And 2. I don't mind waiting to play. You know me. I'll play, and of course, you gotta unplug me and shut me up and throw me out to get me to stop. Especially if I've got Dave there with me doing the drums, and I really mean that. But I get it. So this thing here, the sense of waiting in line, for lack of a better expression, is really diluted. It's disarmed. It's diffused of whatever disruptive capability it brings to the party.
Right.
Because when we finish, at some point we'll say goodnight, and I can unplug and, go sit in the living room or something. But and I cleaned up. We had dinner. I cleaned up, and I said, "Bye, Sue. I've got a date with Ed."
Right. Exactly.
And now she knows who the hell Ed is. She's
it's really
you.
funny. Back in the olden days of the show, we had somebody on the show who will remain nameless, who we all know and love, and they were waiting for their turn, and they were sitting there with their guitar, and they were waiting, and it just took a long time, and they fell asleep. And so I saw them on the show, and they were like, and I'm like, so what I did was
you got it right.
When the show, I finally was texting them. I'm like, ding, ding, and they're like, they woke up. Another person fell asleep at the end of the show, and I put them on the air. They sat there asleep on the show for a while.
That's very good. They must love you a lot. I'll tell you. Hey, there he is, Randy.
Hey.
How's everybody?
And we got
hey.
Minimal. How you doing, man?
I'm good, brother.
Also Music Company. There we go.
Now we got a quorum.
Yes. Now we can vote.
That's right. Oh, it's rigged.
So Nick Carter, do you have one more for us, or are you?
Sure. No, thanks for asking. Love to do one.
Yeah, do one more for us, and I'll have Steve get up with that.
Okay, so I've done 2 covers. This is one I wrote, called "The Bridge Between." It was late last night. Found the light on over our front door. The key was in the lock. You'd never left it there before. Your note was on the floor. Said, "This time you're gone for good. Time to look for something more. Heavy rain is coming, I can feel it blowing in. Restless river rising, levee caving in. Can't stop the flood, but maybe we can try to save the bridge between your heart and mine. I took your love for granted, I always thought you'd be there. Now I feel an open wound that just won't heal without you here. One night alone is one too many. Now the cost is clear. Heavy rain is coming, can't you feel it blowing in? Restless river rising, love is caving in. Can't stop the flood, but maybe we can try to save the bridge between your heart and mine. Waves of regret soaking in. I'll cross to your side and start again. Let me start again. Heavy rain is coming, can't you feel it blowing in? Restless river rising, love is caving in. Can't stop the flood, but maybe we can try to save the bridge. Oh, can't stop the flood, but maybe we can try to save the bridge. Oh, the bridge between your heart and mine. Your heart and mine.
Very nice.
Once again, you deliver once again.
Thank you. Hey, thank you. Hey, thank you, Randy. I appreciate that.
Bravo, Nick.
Yeah.
Bravo.
Yeah.
I'm
Thank
very
you.
jealous of people like yourself who can write a song like that. I'm just not a very motivated or talented songwriter, so I'm really very envious of people. I know it sounds like it just slides off like that. I know better, of course, from the process, but I'm very jealous of someone who can make it sound so simple when in reality I know it isn't, because it just is one of the arts of music that have just eluded me. I'm just not all that great at it, and that was really, really good. It was a pleasure to hear.
I thank you. I really appreciate that. Yeah, these things take time, for sure. But you know, it's nice when they come out, for sure. So.
Absolutely.
And I really appreciate it.
Thank you very much. That was
my
really
pleasure. Great to see you guys. All right.
Yeah, good to hang out with us for a little bit.
All right, no, I'd love to. I'll put this axe down and pay attention for a minute.
Steve, what's going on, man? How have you been?
Hey, Steve.
I've been all right. Just in my never-ending quest to make myself sicker, I decided to get my second shingles vaccine yesterday, and so now I feel like crap for the.
Oh, really? Does that have an after effect as well?
What's the name of that vaccine?
Funny, people look at you like, you don't want COVID? No, I want shingles. You know, I had the COVID one.
I prefer the shingles, please.
This, you know, I'm trying to space them out, and then you hear everybody's horror stories. Somebody said, well, I know someone who got the shingles vaccine after they got the flu vaccine, and now they've got Bell's palsy. And I said, good morning to you too. Thank you so very, very much.
Wow.
How do you feel?
I feel kind of like the chills. I feel like almost feverish, but I'm at the tail end of it. I had it all day yesterday, and now
because I did the COVID thing, and I've had shingles. That was probably 20 years ago, and so my doc's like, "Well, you probably don't have to, but it'd be good if you did it." Right. I'm like, "Hey, Beavis, not for nothing. If this is on edge, no, I don't want." So I'm curious.
Yeah,
I actually had both.
You did, Dave?
Yeah, I didn't feel it.
Did you get shingles, Dave? Shingles shot?
Both of them, yeah.
So, yeah, my wife went for a physical this morning, and the doctor said, you ought to have your shingles shot.
They'll ask you.
And she said she's declined. She's going to go back at some point. I guess if you get the shingles shot, I had one a few years ago, and the doctor said it doesn't mean you're not going to get it. It only
Okay.
means it only means the stick is lighter when it hits you.
Oh, great.
Okay.
I don't.
Now
know.
these
I
brakes.
don't know if that's changed.
That's a good thing.
That's like the auto mechanic saying, "Now these brakes I'm putting on your car, they're not going to stop you, but they'll slow you down a little." Well, yeah.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
You won't
exactly.
feel the impact so much.
Yeah.
You know?
Hold
Past
still. It won't hurt
performance
that
is
much.
no guarantee of any result. I like that.
That's
Right. Although,
you go.
let me tell you what I'm upset about. All right. Look, I know everybody's getting shots. Everybody feeling okay, not okay, bad, whatever it is, right? Everybody's got their own thing. When am I going to get to stop watching the television and watching 100 shots a day?
I know. Yeah.
Constantly,
Right.
And the little bottle going through the machine.
Like I constantly like, oh, I can't go. I don't want to let go.
Right. Right.
You know?
The answer is never.
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 They're just lazy. They can't show the outside of the hospital. They got to show here's the shot going into the arm. You know.
Yeah. But
It's never really a good-looking arm either.
Right,
Yeah,
never.
right.
No. It's like a 90-year-old woman.
At least it could be attached to an appealing.
The only thing that we're safe from is usually those shots involve children. They're not giving this vaccine to children, but usually you have the which just makes it worse.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Absolutely. So, Steve, what do you got for us? What are you going to do?
Well, in my never-ending quest to make a woman out of myself, I'm going to do a couple of female songs. It's just
all right.
I don't want to go the transgender route. I just want to go the musical route with it. See what I can do with it. I don't know what it is that makes me love you so. I only know I never want to let you go. 'Cause you started something, and can't you see that ever since we've met you've had a hold on me? It's crazy, but it's true. I only wanna be with you. I just wanna be beside you everywhere. As long as we're together, honey, I don't care. 'Cause you started something with just one kiss, and I never knew that I could fall in love like this. It happens to be true. I only wanna be with you. You stopped and smiled at me. You asked me if I cared today. I fell into your open arms and I didn't stand a chance. Listen, baby, I just wanna be beside you everywhere. As long as we're together, honey, I don't care. 'Cause you started something, and can't you see? Ever since we met, you've had a hold on me. It happens to be true. I only wanna be with you. You stopped and smiled at me. Asked me if I cared to dance. I fell into your open arms and I didn't stand a chance. Now listen, baby, I just wanna be beside you everywhere. As long as we're together, honey, I don't care. 'Cause you started something with just one kiss, and I never knew that I could fall in love like this. It's crazy, but it's true. I only wanna be with you, no matter what you do. I only wanna be with you.
Bravo fucking vo. Bravo.
Telling you, you're not as hot as Dusty Springfield, but you did a good job. That's really good.
I've always loved that goddamn song.
I love anything
I'm not
Dusty
just saying
Springfield
it.
does.
I just think she's fantastic, and what a great she'd want to dance with you, brother.
Yeah, that was really cool.
Did she actually write that?
She would only want to be with. No, Steve, that was great. Thank you. I love
it. Great tune. That's a great tune.
That's great. You know, there's a thing on Broadway. They do it to raise money for AIDS. It's called Broadway Backwards. You ever heard of this? It benefits Broadway Equity Fights AIDS. I think it's called the organization. And I knew somebody who was involved in that production. And they do men do women's songs and women do men's songs, and they really play it up. You know, so it's I like that. I think that's fun.
I'm inspired. I want to cover this song. You have taken me up a notch.
you run into like problems with that. For example, try singing Katy Perry's "I Kissed a Girl and I Liked It." Where you going to go with that? You
know, you're not like you did one on piano. I always stop and listen to your piano ones. I really like them. And you did one. I think it was a girl's song recently. I can't remember what it was, and you pulled it off really well.
Oh, thank you.
You remember?
No.
Good. Good. Make something up.
Was it a Carole King song?
No. It was a modern song. It was really cool.
Oh. I'll have to look in my archives, which means I'll have to put down the Cuervo and try to
I was going to say maybe I had a little. Maybe it was Taylor Swift or something.
You know, Kim does enough of the she does like the Stones and Zeppelin and does a lot of male vocals. Does it very well.
And does it masterfully, yes.
That happens.
Very cool. So what else do you have, Steve?
Another woman's song.
All right.
What the heck? You're on a roll. Might as well keep going. Might not need those hormone shots. There's a young girl that I know. Her age is 21. She comes from down in southern Colorado. She says she's got no purpose. She's just looking for the one someday soon. She's coming with me someday soon. Her parents, they can't stand me because I ride the rodeo. Her father says that I will leave her crying, but I would take her with me through the roughest road I know. Someday soon, she's coming with me someday soon. When I come to call her, Pa ain't got a good word to say. I guess it's 'cause he was just as wild in his younger days. So blow you open northern, just blow my love to me. She's flying in tonight from California. She loves that damn old rodeo just as much as she loves me. Someday soon, she's coming with me someday soon. When I come to call her, Pa ain't got a good word to say. I guess it's 'cause he was just as wild in his younger days. So blow you open northern, blow my love to me. She's flying in tonight from California. She loves that damn old rodeo just as much as she loves me. Someday soon, she's coming with me someday soon. Someday soon, she's coming with me someday soon.
So excellent. Great.
Nice.
So maybe I can be Judy Collins if I can't be anyone else. I figure I'd give that a shot.
I once opened for her.
Did
What?
you?
Did you really?
Yes, with a guy named Michael Geddes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Where was that?
This is down in Florida.
No shit.
You going to make us pull teeth, or you going to tell the story?
It was. Where am I?
I can't talk about pulling teeth. I just had a bad dentist thing. But how did this come about?
This was when I was in Florida. I was working with this guy in the studio a little bit. He's basically a singer-songwriter, and somehow he got a gig at Tierra Verde, which is a place in Sarasota, I think it was, or somewhere around there, where like major acts would come at the time. Major acts like Bill Torme and that bunch, Frank Gorsh and those guys they would come through on vacation and they would play a gig and they would get like free lodging at this place. I think is what happened. But anyway, we got hired to play her show, and it was pretty cool.
Did you meet her?
What's that? Yeah, I did. And it's funny because she came up to me after the show and thinking that I was the guy that was the songwriter. Like I was just playing tabla actually at the time. It was pretty funky. I was sitting right on the front of the stage. People were like 3 feet away from me. Remember those days?
Yeah.
Right.
And I was sitting down. I was like sitting cross-legged. You're supposed to, the way you do with tabla. And I was playing tabla, and he was playing guitar. He was standing up, or no, sitting on a, so it was pretty funny, like Mutt and Jeff. And then we played our set, and then we went out, and she goes, "Wow, you were really good." And I said, "Oh, I thank you. It's actually Mike." That was pretty funny. And then I stupidly said, which is actually very true. I stupidly said, my mother is your biggest fan.
Yikes.
But you got sweet Judy Blue Eyes. That's the chick.
That's her.
That is right.
Later known as Madam the Second, I think it was. Remember Madam the Puppet?
Oh yeah. I do remember that.
There was a time where she was on one show. I don't know what the show was, but Madam was on the same show.
Yeah.
And she followed her. And everybody thought it was supposed to be mocking her act because she looked so much like her.
Oh my God, that's funny.
Hey,
not really though. There's an album cover of hers where it's just a portrait of her like this, and her blue eyes are like stunning. They're like captivating.
Wow.
Steve, where are you located? Allison Music Company. Where are you?
Oh, I'm in Norwalk, in Connecticut.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
At the Allison.
That's been an on again, off again band I've been trying to get going, so I just keep it up there to see if anyone's playing with me or if it's just me and stuff like that. But
okay. So, well, you and I haven't met very often, except with Ed. So I thought it was maybe a music store or something, but it's a band, huh?
Yeah, it's just a band.
Nice.
Oh, thank you.
Hey, nice job. I love both those songs.
Good
Thank
stuff.
you,
really
very,
good.
very, very much.
Hey, Kyle, you want to play some for us?
Hey, Kyle.
I am most certainly down to play.
I would love it. How you been? How you doing?
Hey.
Chilling, I guess. I haven't been on here in a while. Yeah.
Right. I haven't seen you in a while.
Good to see you.
Yeah, no, it's good to see all you guys. I've been just kind of working on my EP and stuff. Been kind of busy with it, so.
That's good. So what are you gonna do for us?
I was thinking probably a cover and then an original today.
All right, cool.
Yeah. I'll yeah, why not? I can definitely pull something out of my vault real quick. One sec.
All right.
Here,
You can handle it.
give it a shot. All right.
Take it away.
Yeah, I will. This song's called Telescope by Cage the Elephant. All right. Do I sound good? In a far and distant galaxy, inside my telescope I see there eyes that back at me. He walks and talks and looks like me, sits around inside his house. From room to room he moves about, fills his life with pointless things, and he wonders how it all turns out. It's safe to say that I don't think you understand. There's nowhere left to turn when these walls keep breaking. Time is like a leaf in the wind, either time well spent or time I wasted. Don't waste it. Give me a second, just gonna readjust that. Alright. afraid of what the truth might bring. It locks its doors and never leaves, desperately searching for signs, too terrified to find a thing. It battens all the hatches down and wonders why he hears no sounds, frantically searching his dreams. He wonders what it's all about. It's safe to say that I don't think you understand. There's nowhere left to turn when these walls keep breaking. Time is like a leaf in the wind. Either it's time well spent or time I've wasted. Don't waste it. On my face, do it again, you say how do you do? And how about you, and how about you? To be free, to be sold, to be killed, to be saved in my end. I'm alone, I'm dead, I'm ashamed, just like you. I've been trying to be scared, and my bones I feel cold. I give thanks to the Lord and the street, and the street. Let me go, let me be. I don't need to be here. I'm alone. Can't you see? Can't you see? I don't think you understand. There's nowhere left to turn when these walls keep breaking. Time is like a leaf in the wind. Either it's time well spent or time not wasted. Don't waste it. All right, not bad.
Nice, very nice.
Very nice, Kyle. Nice work.
Yeah, no, I really like that one a lot. That was a song I listened to in I think college, like freshman year. It's a good album. It's called Mellophobia by Cage the Elephant.
Yeah,
it's pretty good. It's really good. All right, I'm gonna play an original now.
All right.
Yeah, should be good. Let's just do it.
Cool. How's your EP doing, by the way?
Good. It's coming along. I'm on my fourth song now. The third and fourth are gonna come out around the same time, so at least that's the plan. But we'll see.
Great.
We'll see how that goes. All right. I'm gonna put this all the way on the side because it was kind of strangling me during that last one. Let's just go for it. I had that dream again when I saw your face. I don't think I really know your name. I'll just keep my eyes open wide. Yes, it's all that I've got. Me by when it had a thought last night. What if you had already left this life? You can find me in the morgue. I doubt anyone could reach me anymore. When it's all said and done, tell me I'm your only one. When it's all said and done, I'll see you in the dream. But every time I try to see your face, I can't seem to find you any place. Oh, dream girl, you ain't on me. Oh, sunshine, won't you light away? Is there anything that I could say? I can't take this anymore. You ain't on me. Oh, sunshine, won't you light my way? Is there anything that I could say to make you come out of hiding today? And I'll be your only one, and I'll be your only one.
All right.
Excellent.
Very good.
Thank you.
You're
Nice
sounding
job.
great, man. You're sounding really great.
Nice
Yeah,
job, man.
Nice
I
work.
wish I,
Yeah, man.
Nice
I was
work.
trying to
I don't
get
know if
some
it was
tea
the
beforehand.
headphones, but I enjoyed that one much better than the first one. Although I like the
Yeah.
first one.
Yeah, the first
Yeah,
one was, it's a cover. It's nice, but this was nice.
Very
Yeah,
authentic.
Sure,
good
right?
touch.
I got to tell you something.
Yeah.
I like how your voice, you do, we were talking about yodeling a minute ago, and yodeling, I mean it in the most complimentary way. You do some very interesting leaps with your voice,
Yeah.
with what appears to be very little effort and a lot of accuracy. I'm a son of a bitch about pitch, and I get stuff off, and when I get off, I know it, and it upsets me. But you're on pitch, and you're making leaps that are like right in there.
Yeah,
I don't know what the other guys think, but
Oh, no, that's-
you've got some other ears here. You should ask them. I think
Yeah, you got it. That's
nicely
a good
done.
You got a good sound. You got a good feel for it. You really do.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I've
it's
been,
really good.
I've been
always
singing
liked
for as
stuff
long as
that-
I can remember, I think. Like probably like when I was like 3 years old. I mean,
Really?
you have to relearn it once you hit puberty because your voice,
Right.
like guys' voices drop right when they hit puberty. So like,
Yeah.
you have
Oh,
to
yeah.
relearn it entirely.
Yeah, right. No,
But
you're
like,
right.
you know, like 10 years of music, like singing under my belt, you know? It's not bad.
Yeah, that's right. Boy, if you're a singer and you go through puberty, what are you going to do?
One of those boys
I-
choir people.
Right.
Yeah, I actually
I sang in a European boys choir that was like the Vienna boys choir, like in cathedrals and robes, right? And I was an alto, okay?
Yeah.
And we're singing Mendelssohn, and I'm singing woo way up here, right? And the kid, we were so mad at this one kid, right? He was like getting all the solos. He was a soprano, right?
Yeah,
and we were like, that kid, we're gonna beat him up, you know? And he would sing like so high, right? Like unbelievably high. Now he's like a 300-pound German guy, you know, like driving his big Jeep around, you know. But those days, we hated him because he could hit those high notes, you know.
Yeah, not just that too. He got to hang out with the altos too, so he was getting all the girls too, right?
That's it, right? No, there were no girls. Oh my God!
Oh, it was all boys.
We
All
were
boys.
singing in cathedrals. You know, there were priests. You know, it's like you know.
Yeah.
Man.
But
wait, weren't you on the Rolling Stones song?
oh my God, exactly.
Can't always get what you want. That's it.
No, but it's true, yeah. And so now you can put that on your accolades, Kyle. You can be like, you know, like on your liner notes in your album, you're like,
your singing sounds just like yodeling in the best possible way.
In the best possible. Yeah, no, that's perfect.
Okay, I walked into that. I get that.
No,
you did what I used.
That's a good thing. Good thing.
Nick, that's usually what I do. I give what I think is a very sincere compliment on this show, and there's a 6-second pause, and then Ed definitely steps in and says, "So, Randy, what you're really saying is," I'm like, "Oh, great, okay."
Yeah, like Dave Rao, your percussion playing is amazing. You sound just like a bass player. You know?
Right.
Oh, I can't believe I said that.
I got home earlier, and it's like,
well, that's not
one word for you. Bathe. I'm like, bathe.
No, you know what it was? Your hair was like a wild man. You were like,
I'll have you know, I haven't missed a month of bathing in years. I mean, come on.
like a good Frenchman, you know?
Yes.
I bathed for Christmas this year, you know?
Yes.
Eau de cologne. Yeah.
All right, we got a music video coming very, very shortly with Alt ID Universe. You guys are welcome to hang out or bail out, but it's great to see you guys and have you all play. We'll be right back after this.
Thanks. Cheers, gentlemen.
And there we are.
Hey.
We got Alt ID Universe and Nick Carter. Wait, where did Holly go? Holly was here 1 second ago. She'll probably come right back.
Everybody left. Everybody left as soon as we showed up.
Yeah, right. It's like, Alt ID Universe, bang, we're out of here. You know?
John, not these guys.
What was that music track during your interval? What was that music track? That was
it was Glenn Miller Orchestra.
No shit. No.
Yeah.
What was it? I don't know what it was.
No, I've got to hop. Listen, great to see you. Thanks for having me, man.
Very cool.
We'll see you next week. All the best, guys.
Bye-bye.
Good to see you, Nick.
So how you guys doing?
Super great.
Doing good.
Yeah. So I had 2 comments. One, what's wrong with sounding like a bass player?
You know, Randy, I'm always nailing Randy for one thing or another.
And 2, when I was in 7th grade, I was first chair soprano. Then my voice changed, and I haven't been able to sing since.
You were that kid that we wanted to beat up because he could hit the high notes.
And then my voice changed, and I haven't been able to sing since then.
Exactly. There's Holly. Hey, Holly, how you doing?
Hey, Holly.
How's it going?
How's it going?
Doing good. Super. Just in time. We're going to play an Alt ID Universe video. I'm going to put you up here.
I almost didn't make it.
Why? What happened?
I have 3 cameras here, and not one of them was working on my laptop or my 2
it's not just
webcams.
You. It was everybody.
Everybody.
I couldn't get my camera to come up.
I've finally given up on the blue screen thing, the green screen in the studio. This is actually like this is my DJ blanket.
You know what? Sometimes it's good to go old school. Sometimes you get overwhelmed with the tech stuff and you just want to do your thing, right?
All the technology going on. And, and, you know, I spent hours trying to get my green screen stable, and it's like, yeah, whatever. You know, we're all just we're just here. Who's joining us now? Mikey Beans is joining us now.
Hey, Mikey Beans.
Mikey Beans.
What's up?
What's going on?
How's everybody?
Doing good.
Doing great.
I'm going to tell you why I'm doing really good. This is the first time I was actually really excited to have a gig canceled on me, because now I get to go see you guys at Captain's Cove, the collective. I am super stoked to see you guys.
Hey, hold on.
Gives my gig. I'm like, going to Bridgeport. I'm going to go see these guys do the thing, man.
Okay, Mikey, plug it. That was an anti-plug because he's like, well, I got canceled. So, but
it's all cool. It's good.
What's going on for you, Mikey? What's when is that gig?
That's May 29th at Captain's Cove. It's gonna be a great day. Like there's a band from 4 to 8 outside, and then right on the same level, like they open up all these like big doors, and we're going on at 9 o'clock. So we're gonna play from like 9 till 1 in the morning.
Awesome.
And yeah, it's gonna be a fun night. So yeah, I'd love to see everybody, man.
That's good. Yeah, I'll be there.
Cool.
Yeah, that sounds great.
Yeah, it's going to be a good night. The place is just so beautiful. It's
good. It's running water, and it's you, Eric Rabaska, and Randy Stone.
Yeah, me, Eric, Randy, Carl, Winston, and Karen.
Okay, cool. Full Metal Jacket.
Yeah, and Frank Tosto is going to help us like film it or something. I don't know what he's doing. He's going to come. He's going to help do some sound or just
He'll
help.
probably do like set up his camera and do like a live Facebook feed or something, which would be great.
Yeah,
that'd be fun.
Yeah,
yeah, it's gonna be a good. It'll be a good night, man. I'd love to see all you guys, man. And who knows? We'll pull some of you guys up on stage.
Oh, there you go.
Sure,
we've been trying to get out.
And exactly.
Got to get my head around live music this summer. I'm not quite there yet. I love it, but I'm not I walk out. I'm what is it? What's it called when you can't leave your house? Agoraphobia?
I think it's agoraphobia. Now, do we gotta wear a mask when we walk in, or is it?
I don't know.
I don't even know.
I'm not sure. Whatever they said, basically, whatever the rules and regulations are at the time is what will be in effect.
Because I was hoping I could just flash my vaccine card and be like, I'm vaccinated, I'm cool, don't have to wear the mask. I'm
hard
okay.
to say. I don't think even they know at this point.
Yeah.
But so, what do you got for a music video, Dennis? What'd you make?
Oh, a couple weeks ago. Let's see, season 2, episode 3. No, I don't. On your show, Carl said, "Hey, you guys should do the Joker." So we decided, that'd be a good one to do. So we pulled it together, and I thought it came out really good. These guys kept egging me on. Add a little more. Add a little more.
Actually, our last 2 were requests. People just keep throwing out. We're always wondering what songs we're going to do next. And people are like, hey, you guys should do this one. You should do that one. We've been like, okay. So we haven't really come up with any ideas. So it's been kind of nice that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's been fun. Last 2 songs have been really.
Joker is a great one, man.
Yep. Yeah, it was
all right. Well, I'm gonna.
Oh, and I pulled in a guy from Utah for the drummer.
Oh, you did?
Tom Roche.
Oh,
he couldn't make it tonight. He's playing or some goofy thing.
He's playing. He has an actual gig.
Yeah, he has an actual gig. So
There, Holly. Holly is desperately trying to stay on the air. She went to a different location. It looks like in her house.
Hey, Holly.
Hey, Holly. Yeah, I think you all get a kick out of this one.
Good stuff. Okay, here we go. Joker, Outside the Universe.
Some people call me the space cowboy, yeah. Some call me the gangster of love. Some people call me Maurice, woo! 'Cause I speak with confidence of love. People talk about me, baby. Say I'm doing you wrong. Baby, don't you worry, don't worry. 'Cause I'm right here, right at home. 'Cause I'm a picker, I'm a critter, I'm a lover, and I'm a sinner. Playing my music in the sun. I'm a midnight smoker. I get my loving on the run. Shake your tree. Love you all the time. Ooh, yeah, baby, show you a good time. 'Cause I'm a picker, I'm a critter, I get my loving on the run. Keep talking about me, baby. Say I'm doing you wrong, doing you wrong. Don't you worry, yeah, baby, don't you worry. 'Cause I'm right here at home. You're the cutest thing that I ever did see. Really love your peaches, wanna shake your tree. Lovey-dovey, lovey-dovey, lovey-dovey all the time. Oh yeah, baby, good show you good time.
There's always some antics at the end there.
That's Tommy.
Get out fun, right?
Hey, Christoph, how you doing?
Hi, good morning.
Good to see you. That's my good friend Christoph, who I grew up with in Austria. It's 4 o'clock in the morning in Austria. That's called.
Oh my God!
Wow. Gets up at 4 in the morning. He's a morning person, though. So.
Good morning.
Good morning. Greetings.
Hey.
So, Holly, is your microphone working? Say something.
Something.
Oh, there you go. That's what it is.
That works.
How you doing? Are you gonna play one for us? Are we gonna get a song from you?
Yeah, I could play one. I'm gonna have to turn everything around. So, like, if you want to let somebody go, and then I'll go.
Maybe Christoph will play one for us. That video was great, by the way.
That was
awesome.
Thanks.
That was fun. It came together really good, and little space X effects in there, but what the heck, you know?
Yeah, I thought I saw Elon Musk in the beginning there.
Yeah, he's the space cowboy.
The Terminator was the best.
Exactly. So I'm actually looking forward to Holly meeting Christoph, my friend. So Christoph, if you missed it on the show he was on a couple weeks ago, he and I used to like dance through the field of flowers in Austria when we were like 8 and 10 years old. I swear to you, we were like Heidi, like in our lederhosen, whatever, in the Austrian Alps, and then he like go. I swear to God, Joey, like, and so he like there were cows and mountains with churches on the top.
Sure.
And
It sounds like the Sounds of Music.
It is exactly like the Sound of Music, only even more so.
Oh, wow.
And so, and I lived there for a couple of years when I was there, and we met, and then he was like, digging around on YouTube and found some guy with my name and thought, wait, maybe I know that guy, and it turns out he did. So it's great to have you on the show, Christoph.
That's cool.
That's the best story ever.
Nice. Very nice.
It's also a pleasure for me. Is my micro, the volume okay for you?
Yeah, it sounds good.
Because last time when I was on the show, it was too low.
No, it sounds all right. We hear you okay. And if you can believe this, like he's literally, it's 4 o'clock in the morning in Austria, and he's on with us on Jam TV. It's amazing. So it's
awesome. Thanks for joining.
It's really good. So are you going to play? What song are you going to play for us, Christoph?
I had 2 Neil Young songs. One more Neil Young song. Is this okay for you?
Absolutely.
Love Neil Young, man. Do it up.
Yeah.
I hope my voice is okay at this early time.
At 4 o'clock in the morning. And you're not waking up your
Mine wouldn't
family,
be.
right? You're not worried about waking anybody up with your music?
Yeah, they are upstairs in the first floor, and I'm downstairs. In
All right.
How do you call it? The cellar?
Basement. Basement, yeah. Or cellar.
Man cave.
The man cave, right?
The man cave.
Yeah, the man cave.
Oh, nice.
Exactly. Is the guitar okay?
Yeah, you sound good.
We've been through some things together, with trunks of memories still come. We found things to do in stormy weather. Long may you run. Long may you run. Long may you run. Oh, so these changes have come. With a grow hot shining in the sun. Long may you run. Well, it's back in Blind River in 1962 when I last saw you alive. But we missed that ship on the long decline. Long may you run. Maybe the Beach Boys have got you now, with those wafers singing Caroline, rolling down that empty ocean road, getting to serve on time. Long may you run, long may you run. Oh, so these changes have come. With a chrome heart shining in the sun. Long may you
Very nice.
Oh man, you killed that. That was great. I love
job.
doing that, man.
Thank
you.
you.
did that great. It was nice.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That was great. I love how you played Neil Young in Austria. I think that's wonderful.
Thank you.
Why not, right?
It's unusually, I think, that an Austrian guy don't plays Neil Young instead of. I heard before yodeling or so. You talked about yodeling.
Yeah, because Nick Carter gets a song where he was yodeling in the song earlier in the show.
Chris might have to learn
Now,
that one.
do you yodel? How's your yodel?
I was just going to ask if you could yodel. Can you yodel?
I don't think.
Can you cause an avalanche?
No, that's not my part.
Knock, knock,
We
knock.
had to ask. You know we had to
Knock.
ask.
Oh no.
Knock, knock, knock.
Who's there?
Yodelahi.
Yodeling.
Yeah, This is an American song. Huh?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Exactly. So do another one, Chris. I'll play another Neil Young song for us.
Another Neil Young song. Oh.
Or whatever you have. You have another
whatever
song?
else.
I can play.
You can play whatever you want. I thought you said you were going to do two, but you can play something. But what else did you have in mind to play?
J.J. Cale, Don't Go to Strangers.
Yeah, great.
Try this. Okay.
All right, good.
But I have to change.
Change harmonica, right?
Yeah. But I hope this song works.
I hope so too. For international diplomacy.
If I'm standing in the crowd, call my name, call it loud. Don't go to strangers, woman, call on me. Wave your arms in the air, let me know that you'll be there. Don't go to strangers, woman, call on me. Don't leave me here to rust. Don't let me turn to dust. Oh woman, when in doubt, call on me. If I'm standing in the crowd, call my name, call it loud. Don't go to strangers, woman, call on me. Don't leave me here to rust. Don't let me turn to dust. Oh woman, when in doubt, call on me. Wave your arms in the air, let me know that you are there. Don't go to strangers, woman, call on me.
Excellent.
Excellent.
Man,
Thank you.
that was great.
Yeah, that sounds great. There's something like really, I love the sound of the harmonica and the acoustic guitar.
Yeah.
You know, it's just so like, it just sounds so
roots, right?
I don't know. Yeah, it's like authentic, you know. It sounds great.
Thank you.
It's nice. So when I go to Austria, we're going to have to find me an accordion there. I'm not bringing an accordion on the airplane, but I'm going to come to Austria sometime, and we're going to jam together, and I'll play accordion on some of these songs.
Yeah, absolutely. That would be very fine.
Yeah. So you have a band? You have a band?
Yeah, not really. I'm a late starter. I wrote you this one time in the mail.
Right.
So a good friend from me. I want to tell the name about them. So if they watch this session later, one good friend is a very good guitarist and a former English professor and workmate for me.
Right.
He started this with the music, the late music in me. His name is Robert Gradauer. And I have also a second very good guitarist is a very good friend from me, Rudy Merckx. So he's a brilliant blues and lead guitarist. And Thomas Fleischhandel, a very good drummer, is also in the jam band.
Right.
And we had a few gigs, yeah, with campfire on the lake and so.
Nice.
A party, for example, yeah.
What lake? Where were you?
Yeah.
What lake was it?
It is in my village is it's called Seewiese. Yeah, and it's a small it's a lake. How do you say, like the dam?
Oh yeah,
the river.
Right,
dam,
right.
And so it comes to the valley, and this is the water we call Seewiese. And we had one very nice gig a couple of years ago.
Right, it's on the Enns River.
Yeah, really. Yeah, you know.
I know it. I mean, I lived there.
Yeah, you know. Yeah, I didn't live there. It's the Enns River, exactly. Yeah.
Right, in Klein-Reifling, where you live.
In Klein-Reifling, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember it very well. I remember getting into trouble over there. So that was great. Well, great. And you need a bass player. Where's your bass player? You have to.
Yeah.
You need
Walter Stöttenmeier is a bass player, but he lives in Lower Austria, so he have to drive. I think
2 hours.
5 minutes. No, not so much.
Oh, not so far. Austria is very small.
Yeah,
Austria is not big. Like I'm in Pennsylvania. I have to drive 2 hours to get to where these guys live. You know. And that's like that, not very far. In Austria, like you drive 5 hours, you're in 5 different countries, you know.
But Walter is also sometimes at our jam, at one of the jam stations. Yes.
Right.
I had my first shot 2 days ago.
That's great. Good.
Yeah.
Get the second one.
Yeah.
Very good.
In 6 weeks, I think. Yeah.
Oh, that's great. That's great. So wait, I want you to see Holly play. Can you hear us, Holly?
She's muted.
She's muted. Let's see if I can fix that. Yeah, there she is.
Can you hear the guitar okay?
Yeah, I hear you. Yeah, we can hear you.
Sure.
All right. I still can't hear them, babe. I guess it doesn't matter.
What are you going to play for us? I want Christoph to hear you play. Holly is she's terrific.
Which I'm super ridiculously excited about.
Yeah, tell us about that.
Oh man, that's a bucket list thing for me, like big time. So I have 2 things kind of like on my list for like a personal checklist of, okay, you've done your best and you've made it, and like for me that would be playing Austin City Limits and playing at Daryl's house. So the fact that, did they hear that? That was so freaking loud.
No, we can hear you. It's all so good.
It's you know, this is huge. My buddy Chris Vitarello asked me to come at the end of last month. He's like, I'm playing out. This is my first solo gig in like a whole year. Can you please come sing a couple songs with me? And I was like, oh my gosh, yes, in a heartbeat. So we went and they asked us back, and I got all excited Friday and posted that tickets were still available, and then they weren't. And then I went into like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God mode. And my kids had to hear me like doing the zoomies and running around the house. And so this is like absolute ginormous dream come true. I'm so honored. And I don't know. I got to meet his dog last time. Maybe he'll be there this time.
Cool. So what are you going to do for us now?
So I'm going to do a couple things off the upcoming album that I'm headed down to Nashville at the end of May to record with Jason Isbell's bassist Jimbo Hart. So I'm super excited about that. So this is called How It All Went Down. No, everybody's got a reason why, but you and I, baby, we won't. And every story seems to have an end, but then again, maybe we don't. Words that cut deep, talk is so cheap. I just don't know why. Lies that we spoke, how we got broke, how it all went down. Oh, and every single night I lie awake, every breath I take reminds me of you. Time I think I've figured out, I don't want to doubt which story's true. So how does loving remind me again how it all went down? Can't remember what we're mad about, but we said it loud. And I played my part. I can't remember every word I said, but I bet that I broke your heart. Words they cut deep, and talk is so cheap, but I just don't know why. And the lies that we spoke, how we got broke, how it all went down. Oh, and every single night I lie awake, every breath I take reminds me of you. And every time I think I figured out, I don't want to doubt
Wow. Wow. Wow.
Thank you.
Right.
Guys.
That was great. Really good.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Thank you.
That was beautiful.
Thank you.
Very cool. Tell me about that song a little bit.
Meow. That's one of those little. I can't help it. Every time I hear it, I have to be like meow back because he's so stinking cute. No, that's a song about kind of every relationship in a small town. Everybody hears about it, everybody knows about it, and then when you break up, everybody thinks they know why. And a lot of times, when it boils down to brass tacks, the two people who are breaking up don't even know why, because they've listened to this person, they've listened to Aunt Mama and Aunt Susie Q and all the other stories, and it's like the game telephone. One thing starts one way and it ends up another. So, it's sometimes you can be so deep in the thick of things you don't even know what's going on, and so that's kind of that song.
Story of my life.
If I had a nickel for every time, I'd say, why am I getting all these nickels?
Exactly.
What else you have for us? Play one more. That'd be great.
All right. So this other one is another original. This is called Throwaway Heart. And this is kind of when a song about when you make a really foolhardy investment in something that you know is probably going to smash to smithereens, but you keep trying and you keep trying and you keep trying. So this is called Throwaway Heart.
One of my favorites.
Nobody knows the faces you had, the darkest of secrets you kept locked inside. I was your savior, I made you feel you were my pilot, you sealed the deal. Oh, I sold my soul, I wanted to change you. Should've known all along that I couldn't save you. Ain't no surprise, I fell for your lies, and I doubled down, but you never tried. You showed your head, and I saw your cards, I wagered it all, I wasted it all on a throwaway heart. I bore your sorrows, I drowned your fears, the deepest deception through all of these years. Finally the truth you left concealed. This wasn't love, this wasn't real. Oh, I sold my soul, I wanted to change you. Should've known all along that I couldn't save you. Ain't no surprise, away hard.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
Amazing. Wow.
Thank you.
Good stuff.
Thank you.
Don't forget us when you're famous. Don't
Oh,
forget
no,
us.
never, never,
That's
never,
what we
never.
all say.
That's what they all say. Yeah, right.
I'll love you guys forever.
Great job. Great
We
job.
want to
Thank
come
you.
swim in your pool when you're in like Beverly Hills or whatever it is, you know.
I'll be here. Come swim in my big Sherman pool. It's called Candlewood Lake.
Exactly. My God,
So
so
we'll
good.
take the rope
Awesome.
swinging.
Wow.
Thank you, guys.
That was great.
Awesome.
Yeah, Christoph is going to start an Austrian cover band and cover your music in Austria. That's what's going to happen.
There
That
you
would
go.
be amazing. I'll come jam with you guys. I would love to go to Austria.
Yeah, I'm going. I'm
I'm
going to see if I can go this summer, you know.
I'm
But
fully.
Road trip.
Let me know if you're going. I'm fully vaxxed, so I'm down.
Me
I'm
too.
down.
yeah, apparently you can get cheap airline tickets now because everybody's scared. I don't even know. But yeah, I want to
We
go.
could take a boat, Ed. We could take a boat, right?
We'll take a boat. Yeah,
There you go.
Yeah,
Can't we
we'll
just- can't
we'll
we
be
just-
there
Got the
in
rest of the
7
year.
months. Yeah, exactly. We have
We
to
get there,
sail
we
up. We'll sail
get
up
there,
through the Mediterranean into the Black Sea and up the Danube. Right? Like, it'll take a long
By the
time
time
to get there.
by the time we get there, we look like Tom Hanks in Castaway. I'm talking to
Exactly.
a volleyball. I'm like, his name is Wilson.
Exactly. Oh my God. Yeah, that was so good. I wish you obviously
Thank
the
you,
best
guys.
of luck with that record and that recording
Wow.
that you're going to be doing.
Thank you so
You're
much.
gigging.
I'll be back on here next week, hopefully, and with more stuff to announce. So
That'd be super
Cool.
good.
Can't wait.
I was going to play Sugarfoot, but I'm going to do another one. I want to play. I just had it. Where the heck did it go? I was going to play that another song that you did. Oh, I just
Right.
had it. Where did it go? Oh, there it is. The Traffic song that you did.
Oh,
Great.
cool.
that was so
Yeah,
awesome.
Peter.
I love that song.
That was fun.
That's a really good song. But since we got sort of music video people here and we got you, I'm going to play that song. Hang on. Check it out.
Sweet.
That was awesome.
In a Shanghai noodle factory, place where I once used to be. Nowhere doing nothing. People there were made of steel, turning cogs in one big wheel. Turning, never learning.
It's a good one.
That was so much fun.
Wow. Yeah, that was awesome. Holly, like, I love just what you did on that. That was so cool.
Who
You guys
played
made
guitar?
it super easy.
What's that?
Who played
I
guitar?
said you
on
guys
that?
made it. Oh, sorry. Who's talking? Not me.
You are, Holly.
I was saying you guys made it super easy.
Thanks.
You know,
Yeah.
you always pick a really great group of musicians who are just down to do whatever. And I could be like, hey, let's do this crazy song. And you're like, hey, I think I've got the guys for that. And the next thing you know, you're sending me stuff. And I'm like, sweet, I just have to sing. That's it. Yeah. And we're done. And so, yeah, it's always fun.
You're super easy too, man. I mean, like
Sometimes. except for when I fibbed a Vistaprint. Then I'm.
Yeah, right.
Ask your husband about that.
Wait, Joey, what did you say?
Who played
only
guitar?
a
on
diva
that?
sometimes.
Oh,
Who was
so
the guitar?
So there were two guitar players. The lead guitar was done by Christian Dreyer. He's a friend of mine.
Love him.
And Carl played the rhythm and some of the acoustic guitar parts. And then I had a friend of mine, Joe, who played the what's it called, the mandolin.
Yeah, that was great. And there's another guy, the guy that you had before on a couple videos, Caesar. He's amazing too.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
Caesar's great.
Caesar. Yeah, Caesar's. Now the bass player on this one is an amazing bass player who lives in Japan. His name is Kenji, and he couldn't actually be in the video, but I was able to put still shots of him in because Fender didn't. He's a representative of Fender guitars, and they didn't want him in the video for some reason, like legal shit.
Own his image.
Running into legal issues, huh?
Yeah, but I was fortunate to. I grew up with Kenji in Manhattan. I've known him since like 6th grade, and he just like projected up into the stars. I mean, he's played with like Hiram Bullock and serious jazz guy. Like played with some major hitters.
No,
So,
it was a piece. It was a great cover of that. That was fantastic. Really was.
Yeah.
Good. Really enjoyed it.
Thanks.
Great.
I'm going to play another one of my favorites. This one, this is back to. It's interesting. You sort of taken a departure from that like Brooklyn funk sound. We used to do a lot of that stuff, and this one is a Brand New Heavies, brother sister. I just love this one. Holly sang on that one. Check this out.
Don't you let your young life get you down. It always had a certain mystery. Many changes come to everyone about the time that they turn 17. Grandma's head, it's time to feel the sting. There'll be sharp turns and uphills and closed doors. Then she said, hold on to your faith, 'cause in this world you gotta go and get yours. 'Cause you stand up, be strong, go out there, hold on to the real thing that matters. 'Cause no one's gonna hand it to you on a silver plate. Just let your intuition guide you through. Take one step toward what you believe. Don't be afraid to make your move. In my head, those words remind me of what Grandma said. It's time to feel a sting. There is sharp turns and up hills and closed doors. Then she said, hold on to your faith, 'cause in this world you gotta go and get yours. So you stand up, be strong, go out there, hold on to the real things that matter. 'Cause no one's gonna hand it to you on a silver platter. Stand up, be strong, go out there, hold on to the real things that matter. 'Cause no one's gonna hand it to you on a silver platter. Don't be scared, go out there, stand up, my brother, sister, hold on to the real things that matter. 'Cause no one's gonna hand them to you on a silver platter. Stand up, my brother, my sister, and hold on to the real things that matter. 'Cause no one's gonna hand them to you on a silver platter. Stand up, my brother, my sister, and hold on to the real things that matter. 'Cause no one's gonna hand them to you on a silver platter. Stand up, my brother, my sister, and hold on to the real things that matter. 'Cause no one's gonna hand them to you on a silver plate. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, good one. Awesome job, Holly.
Thanks. That was wicked fun.
That was so cool. You like just like went nuts on that one. I love that. I
I
love
jumped
it.
so hard, I hit the mic in the middle of singing, and then I about jumped the glasses off my face, and I was like, calm down, calm down.
You know,
It was so much fun.
There are a lot of really good brand new heavies tunes. Ed, if you want to do another one, we can. I'd be up for doing like a little reunion on that.
Absolutely.
You know?
Yeah, brand new heavies are great. You know, that whole genre is right in my wheelhouse. I love that stuff.
Yeah. Good stuff.
Definitely.
Guys,
Good
I'm
funk.
going to say good night. I have a big girl job in the morning and then show. So
Good to see you,
thank
Holly.
Good to see you guys.
Have a great show.
Thank you
Yeah,
so
good
much.
luck.
I love you guys. See you soon.
Gotta catch you later. Nice to
Bye.
see you. Holly McCrary, there she is.
I couldn't see the videos.
Oh, there's
only,
something about
only for a couple of minutes at the beginning.
Oh, really? Yeah, there's something about the Austria connection, I think, that is prohibiting maybe copyright, or I don't know what that is, but you'll have to watch it later on the show. It's really
I'll watch it later.
It's really good stuff. But I am going to play another video now. I'm going to play one more. I'm going to play Bad Company. It's a rerun, but we're in rerun hour. This is a good one, so check it out. Oh, the old smoke effect. The smoke effect never gets old.
It never does. That's my thing.
It's a signature, Dennis.
Yeah, it's my signature. Yeah. J.J. Abrams does the lens flare, so I have the smoke thing at the end somewhere.
Good to have a signature, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Definitely.
I think I'm going to sign off, guys.
Yeah, I think we're going to be done with Jam TV tonight. So I'm gonna end the show normally with my good friend Steve Wexler. Great to see you guys. Hope to see you on show 60 next week. Christoph, great to see you. I'm going to see you soon in Austria.
Chris, how many bedrooms do you have? Because I think you got a lot of people coming your way.
Absolutely. Yeah, we're all going to come to Austria when this is over. We're ready.
Wow.
I'll see you all later on Jam TV.
All right, peace, guys.
Good night, everybody. And that's Jam TV, show number 50. Great to see everybody, and hope to see you very soon on Jam TV.